So today we are on the Celebrity Edge cruise ship. We are on a 7-day Alaskan cruise. So I thought I would give you a basic tour of the ship, take you through the process of boarding the ship, and go through some of the routines you may go through when you're on your own cruise. Now we're going to start on deck 5 because this is the way they brought us in when we first boarded for this cruise. Now there's going to be about 3,000 people lined up in different groups waiting to board the ship. They're going to call you by group and allow you to get in line and come on the ship. Now they've already taken your luggage prior to you getting on the ship, so they're going to be bringing that to your room. Chances are you're going to have another bag though that you're going to carry around with you, or you can stop at your room and drop it off. We'll get to that in just a minute. The first thing you want to do is go to your muster station and complete your safety procedures. There are signs to show you which way to go to each muster station, and if you get confused, there are plenty of people who can tell you which way to go. Ours was right down here around the corner. They basically just stand there and tell you some of the safety procedures, have you sign something, and then you go ahead on. Very easy process, only takes a couple minutes, and then you can be on your way. The next thing you want to do is go on up to your room. That way you can drop off your bag if you have another one you don't want to carry around, and you can get your C card. There are stairs all around the ship at each end and through the middle that you can take to every floor, or you can take the elevators. There are elevator banks in the front and the middle of the ship, and each has a glass plate on the outside telling what is on each floor as well as inside the elevator itself. Now my room on this ship is on the 12th floor, so it's right out the elevators and around this corner, down this hall right here. Very convenient. Deck 12, room 199. And when you get to your room for the very first time, tucked right behind here, you will find an envelope with your C cards. That's this right here, and this is what allows you to get in your room. Now before we go in, I will tell you, you are allowed to decorate your door with magnets. Not only is that an awesome way to customize your room, but it allows you to put stuff on your door that will help you find it easier. So let's go ahead in the room here. And once you enter your room, it is going to be completely clean and gorgeous. It is super foggy out there today, so we cannot see anything out that window right now. But this is our stateroom for this cruise. You can see the water going by down here. And believe me, over the course of this cruise, sitting there watching the water, the mountains, everything go by, other cruise ships, airplanes, unbelievable. Something you can't see anywhere except for on a cruise. So this is just a quick look at our stateroom right here. You can come in your room, drop off your other bag. You can grab your C card. They only give you the card, so you're going to want to get online and order a lanyard to put it in to carry around the ship. That's the easiest way to do it, because every time you want drinks, you have to show them this card. Now, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for your luggage to show up. When we were on the Celebrity Beyond, it was in our room immediately, but on this ship, the Celebrity Edge, we didn't get it until about 6 or 7 p.m. So make sure that you have anything you might need, like medications or drinks or snacks or anything like that, as if there's not a gigantic buffet and tons of restaurants. Just make sure you have anything you might need in your other carry-on bags. Now, once you've found your room, you've got your C tags, you're going to want to go get some lunch. The TV in your room has a lot of information about things going on around the ship, but you're going to want to get on your app on your phone so that you can see all the information you need about the restaurants, the locations of the restaurants, the locations of anything else and everything else going on this cruise. So since that is our next step, I'm going to show you some of those restaurants right now, beginning with the buffet. Now, luckily in my position, my room is on deck 12, the buffet is on deck 14, and there is no deck 13, so we can go right up these steps, right around the corner, and here is the Ocean View Cafe, aka the buffet. And I will say this is the quickest and the easiest way you're going to get something to eat once you board the ship. It is an enormous buffet with tons of different kinds of food. There is a drink station at each end, as well as waiters and waitresses who will come around to get your drink orders personally. In addition, right around the corner and down the hall to the back of the ship is a pizza station. The buffet is open as soon as you get on the ship. I believe most of the other restaurants I'm going to show you are open as well, but make sure you get on that app just to check. The next one is the Mast Grill right by the pool, and this place is delicious. This is my go-to. Hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries, that's it. Absolutely delicious. I'll take it over anything else on this ship. At the back of the ship on decks 3 and 4, you have 4 main dining restaurants. This is where you can go in and eat, and you don't have to pay anything extra. Now, I will say these restaurants around the ship are decked out. All the hosts, waiters, waitresses, they are all dressed to the nines. These restaurants are designed for experience. And this is one reason why I say if you're truly hungry when you get on the ship, go to the Ocean View Cafe or the Mast Grill, because they will treat you like royalty in here, and if you've ever seen royalty eat, it's not for the hungry. Now, there are plenty of other restaurants and bars throughout the ship, but you'll just have to refer to your app to see if they're open. And if they're open, you are free to go to them. Some of them require reservations, and most of them require money. Blue on deck 5, Eden on deck 5, which has tons of space to hang out, a bar, a restaurant, and wraparound windows so you can watch the wake out the back of the ship. And let's not ignore this strange sensory hall that takes you to Eden. We've got the Fine Cut Steakhouse on 5, Raw on 5, that's a Japanese restaurant. You've got a bar in the Grand Plaza on deck 3, Le Grand Bistro on deck 4, and this one also serves as La Petite Chef. Cafe El Baccio on deck 4. They serve cappuccino, coffee, drinks, and they have a small selection of cakes and treats. This is also where a lot of people hang out because it overlooks the Grand Plaza. These seats along here are a great place to sit, especially these seats along the glass wall here. You can look down and watch everything that's happening down here. And these guys at the bar later on will be juggling bottles and everything. And there is one more restaurant on deck 15 at the back of the ship. Down this way past the giant horse at the rooftop garden. Another big area out here to hang out, watch movies and whatever they're putting on this screen. And the restaurant is the Rooftop Garden Grill. And if you follow the deck around behind that, at the very back of the ship, there is another bar and areas where you can sit and watch the water behind the ship. The Sunset Bar. And after you eat, if you want to go to the pool, deck 14, right between the Ocean View Cafe and the Mast Grill. This is one of 2 pools. This one is huge, has an enormous deck wrapping all around it, and 2 huge wine glass shaped hot tubs, one on each end, as well as a bar at the far end by the Mast Grill. There are always towels and blankets available because it gets cold out here on an Alaskan cruise. The second pool is in the solarium at the front of deck 14. This pool is completely enclosed in case it's too cold outside. There are wraparound windows so that you can enjoy the ocean. There's a huge hot tub, a decent sized wading pool, and the spa cafe and juice bar at the back corner. The casino is on deck 4, and it is only open on days when the ship is moving. When it is docked, the casino is closed. When it is open, you can play all day long. They have table games, blackjack, poker, and tons of slots. There is an art gallery through deck 5 on your way to the theater. The club can be accessed from deck 4 or 5. Now, this is where they do a lot of the activities, like celebrity bingo, the jazz shows, sing-alongs, game shows. The main entrance to the theater is at the front of the ship on deck 4, but you can access the balcony from deck 5 right above. This is an enormous theater, and there are tons of seats. I highly suggest when you come in, you either sit over here and move all the way down, or to the middle of these seats here. Otherwise, you're going to be getting up and down while people try to get in and out of these aisles. Now, most shows at the theater are usually packed, so you want to get here early, and I'm talking about up to an hour early. The doors are usually closed and they don't let you in until right before they're ready to begin the show. So you have to line up right out here. It can be a long wait and there will be a lot of people, but there are bathrooms right here outside the theater. Deck 2 has the medical facility. That is accessed from the forward elevators. Deck 3 has camp at sea if you have kids. The basement on Deck 2 is for teenagers. And when you're leaving the ship to go out to the ports or on excursions, it'll be through that door back there. If you want to do some shopping, there are plenty of stores on 4 and 5. Sense of Self, The Gem, and it's pretty much all jewelry. Time is Now, high-end watches. I would like that one right there. There's a sports bar right here at the end of the casino. Bulgari, however you say that. Cartier. This one is called Mankind. Whoa, that would match my Hummer. Whoa, look at this. It's been so foggy today, you haven't been able to see anything. Look at the mountains there in the background. We are on deck 15 right now. We got the pool right behind us on deck 14. And if you just want to do a little bit of walking, we have this track right here that actually goes around the whole perimeter of the upper decks on the ship. This way walk, this way run. It goes all the way up around the top up here, down the other side. We got ping pong tables over here, around here, down this way, all the way down to the rooftop garden where I showed you the rooftop grill, around that area, and it swings right back around here and connects where we began over here. You've got personal cabanas here all along here that you can rent, and unfortunately it's closed right now, but this is the magic carpet that hangs off the side of the ship here. This is actually a bar inside here. At different times this will move up and down the side of the ship very slowly. I've never been on it when it did that, but it sounds pretty cool. And if that's not enough, all the way down to the front of the ship on deck 15 is the fitness center. Bikes, weights, treadmills, and floor-to-ceiling windows that wrap around the entire thing so you can see right out in front of the ship as you're sailing through the ocean. At the end of the day, you can come back to your stateroom, kick back and relax. And at the end of your trip, they give you a handful of these to put on your luggage, tell you what time to have it outside your door, which for us it's between 6 and 10 p.m. Pack anything else you might need in your backpack, your carry-on bag. Clean up your room, double check for anything to make sure you don't miss anything, and check your app for your instructions to disembark the next morning. And that is it. I'm sure there are plenty of things that I missed that I didn't show you. If you've been on this cruise, tell me what you like best about it. If you've been on other cruises, tell me what you like best about them, because we want to try out some new ones.